Yo, King of the Pit TV, that's Des Rocksteady at KOTP TV signing in. Death, The Sound of Perseverance is the record we're listening to tonight. It's devoted via the Patreon to my good friend Lance. Thank you very much for putting this one forward, Lance. Let's just jump straight in, shall we? Scavenger of Human Sorrow is track number 1. We've got 9 tracks on this record. Should be an easy enough listen. Let's find out. We've got some long songs. Flesh and the Power It Holds is at 8 minutes 27. A lot of progressive song lengths on this. I already think about it. Not in a disrespectful manner, but it's the weekend's here. It's Friday. I might get a couple of drinks in tonight, to be honest with you. I'm dating tomorrow. I'm looking forward to that. Let's go. Neoclassical.
Always in sight. Pray. Time always right. Face. Feed on the pain. Taste. Sorrow made flesh. Sweet.
It's a lot more progressive than the Death we've heard as of so far. This is really progressive. Time signature, rhythm, phrasing, transition from riff to riff, you know.
Live how you want, just don't feed on me. If you got what I say, I will make you believe. Shallower words from those who starve, or dream not their own toe, slash and scar. Big words, small mind, behind the vein you'll find a scavenger of human sorrow. Scavenger. Abstract theory, you have enough choices by a scavenger of human sorrow. Scavenger.
The guitar works good, but the drummer's quite tasty on this. The drummer been able to incorporate the timings and whatnot and add in their own thrills in. I wouldn't say it's like the most technical drumming I've ever heard in my life, but there's a strong drummer presence on this record, or at least that's what the engineering and the sound production is sort of giving me, you know. Mic check. Relapse Records 2011. It's a reissue, so remaster, I assume. Not much more information, really.
Just a feed on me. If you doubt what I say, I will make you believe. Shallower words from those who starve, forging on their own toe, flesh and scar. Big words, small mind. Behind the vein, you will find a scavenger. Love human sorrow. Scavenger. Abstract, very. The woman of tortured by a scavenger. Love human sorrow. Scavenger.
Very musical. Very musical. They're definitely trying to push the boat out. I assume this is what the record's going to be like. They can't just stop what they've got going on with this particular one, like regarding the technicality and the stop and start and hocus pocus of the whole instrumental phrasing and the way it's composed. It's fascinating. It's fascinating. I'm not averse to it whatsoever. I'm looking forward to continuing on through the record, especially how they condense the same sort of spectrum of ideas with a briefer song. But then again, a lot of these songs are going to be relatively long compared to your standard sort of band we listen to on this channel at the very least. Cool, I'm happy to keep on going. We've got Bite the Pain coming up next, track number 2. Yes, now bless now people, don't forget to rest now. Des Rocksteady at King of the Pit TV, King of the Pizzle TV, signing in. Bite the Pain is track numero 2 of 9 on Def's record, The Sound of Perseverance. Let's jump straight in. I do have a coffee with me. I've made myself a little coffee in between track 1 and 2. Don't hate, appreciate. The weekend is here.
Look down.
This is quite metalcore-esque, you know? Which some may say is quite blasphemous, but hey, I don't care. I do think it sounds quite metalcore.
See no trace of clouds. Get in the eye of the beholder. One cannot assume.
Come on.
Not a drop of blood is from you know how it bleeds. Beware of the sharp-edged weapon called human being. It is the passion. It's your will. From this I am the victor. Instead of the kill. I will not feed your hunger. Instead, I fight the pain. Looking not back but forward. And fight down.
These bits are very proggy, man.
Try to cover of the trouble. The fate. Red daggers. Spawned.
I think this band is more than a death metal band, you know? I honestly think they're way more than a death metal band. And that's... I know you'll say, well, duh, of course they're more than a death metal band. But I would actually detract the actual death metal from what I'm trying to say by saying that I think they exist in a separate space. And you can say that's ridiculous. Of course, death are like the pioneers and the, you know, the roots to what we might know as modern death metal. But I don't know. These dudes might as well be a... I don't know. There's an easy listening value, you know? There's a very melodic value. I mean, can I be controversial in saying in this day and age, this might as well be mellow death, you know? Like, rock of the times is now classic rock. Can I consider this mellow death? Nice. That was Bite the Pain. I preferred that to Scavenger of Human Sorrow. I think we're just a little more driving, a bit more straightforward, a little less jerky with it. Which, hey, I can't complain because it's part of the charm this record is bringing forward. We got Spirit Crusher coming up next, alright? Whoa. Let's continue moving. Yes, now, bless now. Don't forget the rest now. Des Rocksteady, King of the Pit TV, signing in. Death, the sound of perseverance is what we're listening to today Spirit Crusher is track number 3 of 9. This entire listen through goes out to my good friend Lance, who recommended this via the Patreon. Without further ado, let's jump. These guys trying to be Gorguts on this record. Heavy metal. That's why I think like this band's really mellow death at this point. That's like Winter Sun, don't you think? I know this band came before, but you know what I mean? You get me, brother? Bit of Sabbath. Come on. Great riff. This one's got the best riff so far, I think. Could really hear that bass guitar on them. Can't you? This one's good. This one's very heavy in places. I like it. I like it a lot. Because we're sort of avoiding your traditional heavy sounds generally on this band in exchange for, you know, more proggy-esque, winding and dissonant and experimental riffs relative to what you find experimental, of course, but compared to your average metal band. But this one, you know, we got a lot of deep chugging going on.
A breath, some will rise, standing tall, breathing out, all the breath from thee. For some, I saw. Human, a sight, monster, at work. Don't let it inside, it can tear you right apart. No guilt, it feels simply sight. Spirit, crush ya. Stay strong, would hold on tight. Spirit, crush ya.
Come on, what a riff!
Speaking in telling words, the sky, the person, hell. No mercy is, let it go, take the blood, let it blood.
That was good, that was Spirit Crusher. That was the best track on the record so far. Plenty of great riffs on there. From the melodic riffs, which I thought were pretty bloody cool, to the heavy riffs, which were pretty bloody cool. I thought that was the best performance so far. That was really good. We've got Story to Tell coming up next. I'll see you there, people. Yes, now, bless now. Don't forget the rest now. Des Rocksteady at King of the Pit TV. Story to Tell is track number 4 of 9 on Def's Sound of Perseverance record. Let's get this cheeky little Tubi advertisement out of the way and move on forward, shall we? Let's go. Evil.
Drifting into the lives. Fate and toe the soul. Where emotions hide.
Fantastic lead guitars there. Wow. Amazing. Really good. Come on. Come on. Is that bass drop what I just did? Bum ba da bum. Sounds like a bass drop, but it's not. Might be the resonance of a tom.
If you think you own the end, take another look at the script of sadness. Etched in the book. Dark skies were beating me down with shadows. Love the saints flashing at crossed hell in forever blades. With doubts, with pain, with trust. When you think of me, when you're multi-dimensional mind, try and wash the evil from your mind. Why not find it? When you taste the truth, you will see like colors. Before me, to you, I am past. A story to tell. To you, I am past. A story to tell.
That was good. That was story to tell. It was good. Probably the best lead guitars we've had on the record so far on that one. Riff wise, not as good as Spirit Crusher. No way were the riffs as good as Spirit Crusher. But yeah, the lead guitars were probably best on the record. So we're finding a nice balance, a great even distribution across this record. We've got an epic now at 8 minutes 26 seconds long. Flesh and the Power It Holds is coming up next. I'll see you there. Yes, now bless now, people. Don't forget to rest now. There's Rocksteady, King of the Pit TV, signing in. We're listening to Death with the album The Sound of Perseverance, okay? This one is entitled Flesh and the Power It Holds. Let's go. Probably quite a progressive one, this. Bum, bum. Bum. One, two, three, four, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1.
I told you once, but I will say it again. When you live the flesh, it's the beginning of the end. It'll take you in, it'll spit you out. Behold the flesh, and the power it holds.
Like a traditional thrash metal, like a thrash metal revival style of track, this, don't you think? Give or take the vocal line and the production. But the vocal phrasing and the riffage. Sounds like something that could influence Gojira. It's like got a Gojira realm to it, hasn't it? That.
Behold the flesh with the power it holds. It's built you up one way and turns right back down. It's time to begin the end of a time. It'll take you in and it'll spit you out. Behold the flesh where the power it holds. Touch, taste, breathe. Good sound.
Ooh.
Take a bow, already knew from the first encounter. But now we know to let go, who must speak no more. Like the wind upon your face, you can't see it but you know it's there. Won't be the shows, it's ugly face, just be prepared.
Good tune, eh? Good tune. 8 minutes, 24 seconds. The thrash metal. Do you know what my favourite part of this band is? Or at least this record? I like the melodeath style of riffing. I.e. the thrashier deathcore or soon to be deathcore. Ding, 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 ding. With the pedal note on the, the bottom and these higher register plicks and plucks every once in a while. I like that sort of riffing. Some heavy moments, some great triplets, especially here on the outro. Very heavy, very heavy. Fantastic drumming on this record. Great vocal line, a cool esoteric style of lyric. Somewhat like what we get in Morbid Angel. Very cool. We've got Voice of the Soul coming up next. We've got a short one. I'm looking forward to this at 3 minutes 44. Let's keep going. Yes, now, bless now, people. Don't forget to rest now. There's Rocksteady at King of the Pit TV. Let's move on. We're listening to The Sound of Perseverance by Def. This listen through is devoted to my good friend Lance, who recommended this via the Patreon. This one is entitled Voice of the Soul, and it's track 6 of 9. Let's go. Okay, let's go. Come on. Believe it or not, this has got more views than a couple of the songs we've heard before, and quite frankly, it must be a instrumental acoustic and lead guitar. Steel string acoustic. Can somebody inform me what the symbolism is on the cover here? So we've got people scrambling to the top of what could be the peak of a mountain, but within that we have this empty open space. What does it represent? What can be said? It was a great interlude for the record, but I'm not going to leave you on that one. We're going to continue on to Forgive Is to Suffer. Let's go on to track number 7. Let's go on to track number 7. It was good. It was fascinating. Was I that bothered about it? No, definitely not. But that's not to say it didn't play its part on the record. I feel it was well deserved, yeah. Let's go. Let's go. I'd be very surprised if the last track, Painkiller, was a Judas Priest cover. That can't be the case, can it? Digga digga down. Bugga bugga bow. Have we got any fans of dissection here tonight?
Once or twice, it's kind, 3 or 4 blind. It is not the end, yet a way to begin. The power of words, both good and bad. The easy way to stay away was a knife and no deeper. With a sharp, action dark, on the way of the deceiver. Enforce the words. No more be free. Right on. You might just find serenity.
This is the weakest song on the record. That digga digga down. It's just a very uninspired riff to keep repeating over and over. Yeah, that wasn't a great track. To Forgive is to Suffer didn't really impress me too much. I thought the riffs were pretty uninspired. I like the title of the track and how it's incorporated into the lyrical, but that was the weakest track on the record. We've got A Moment of Clarity coming up next, alright? Yes, now, bless now, people. Don't forget to rest now. Des Rocksteady at King of the Pit TV. Not King of the Pit TV, alright? King of the Pit. This is track 8 of 9 on Def's record, The Sound of Perseverance. It's entitled A Moment of Clarity. Let's go. Bruh, it's like some cowboy country twang to that one, eh? Come on. Let's go. Ba-bow. That's a heavy riff. Baga baga bap, baga baga bap. Come on. Come on. I gotta give him one thing. He's got a nice vibrato to him. He's got a nice bend. He's got a nice fingertip touch with them bends, you know. I can't hate on that. I can't hate on that.
Life is like a mystery with many clues, but with few answers to tell us what it is that we can do to look for messages that keep us from the truth. Look to beyond what vision lets me see time after time. But needed misery. My dreams I own. No price for you. I grab them tight and hope for sight. You open my eyes, what to see? A moment of clarity, confusion gone. It's in your hands. Your turn to ask why. Oh God, why?
Sounds like that lead guitar there is submerged underwater. What do you think? That kick as well, super powerful, man. That was a moment of clarity. Some great lead guitars on there, I must say. I preferred that to the tune that came before, To Forgive Is To Suffer. I thought that was a pretty good track. Thought it was a pretty good track. First time I've really heard the kick drum come out on like the last third of that song. You really hear the punchiness and the connection with that kick, and it got me thinking: has he got a double bass drum setup, or is he using a single? But I reckon just due to the epicness of this band and where they were as far as metal is concerned, and where they are in this discography, they're recording with two mic'd up separate kick drums potentially. You'll have to tell me. I don't really know. I just have that image of this band, you know. I reckon they're not kicking back on a small punk rock kit, you know. Let's continue on and finish this record off. We've got Painkiller, but I'm going to double check. Is this a Judas Priest cover or is this an original tune, alright? I'd find it quite odd if it was a cover. I'd find it quite like out of balance, out of character. So let's find out. I'll see you there. Yes, now bless now. Don't forget the breast now. Come on now. Get back. Painkiller is the last track on Death, The Sound of Perseverance. I did a little Google in between. I think it is a Judas Priest cover, which, you know, I think doesn't do the band a service. I think Death are ever so special by themselves without having to add like a cover song onto their record. I know it's the Mighty Priest, but let's find out. I don't know too much about the original song. I know Painkiller is one of like the hit songs by Priest. I should be aware of it. I've heard it once or twice before, but not by memory. Let's go. Come on. Yeah, I'll be real with you, it sounds sick. You know, the vocals really bloody work, eh? Sounds like a harder, what is it, 3 inches of blood or whatever they call themselves. Surprisingly good vocals, to the extent where them high falsettos at the start, I wondered, were they like doctored in the studio? Like, because I don't know why he didn't throw more of these vocals in the actual Death material, man. Ugh. Here we go. I read that the variation they did do is that Chuck did separate guitar solos from the original recording. That was good, eh? That was good. Yeah, I'll tell you what, I hate covers. I hate covers. And I hate it when well-established acts do covers on, like, their actual full-length albums, because I think you're good enough as it is. Why do you need to do a cover? I think it always cheapens stuff. I'm not going to take that away. That still is my opinion, but that was a really good cover. It was really good. You know what? 6 minutes worth of it. It would probably be best if they finished off with like a 3-minute cover of sorts, you know, just to get it out of the way. 'Cause 6 minutes is a big, adventurous, like, you know, amount of somebody else's material to throw on the end of the record. But that's my personal sort of musical philosophy there. I don't think you should give too much else to others when you are the creative artist, and it should be upon yourself. I mean, it's hypocritical given I just listen to other people's music and garner attention off of that, but hey, don't hate the player, hate the game. I gotta respect Def, because more than likely it was a nice business ploy. It was a nice marketing ploy for themselves. I know it's to honour Priest and all this and that, but there is some idea of, you know, this will be beneficial for the band, and I'm sure the label sort of said, yeah, go on then, if you want to do that, you can do that, as opposed to them saying, what are you doing that for? You know what I mean? Nobody knows that band. So, yeah, that was pretty good. The vocal line was good. If he incorporated more of them vocals like in the original material, I reckon that would have been like smashing. I'm going to give you my final overview of this record, and I'll rate it out of 10 on the next video. I'll see you there, people. Yes, now, bless now. Don't forget to rest now, people. There's Rocksteady at King of the Pit TV signing in. Just listen to Def, the full album, The Sound of Perseverance. It was recommended on the Patron by my good friend Lance R.I., who has put me forward some very good metal music. Says, bro, we've got to check out a little bit of Sound of Perseverance. So where do we start? 9 tracks on this record, 1 cover to finish off. So 8 original tunes, 1 instrumental on here. Although small in track listing, very broad in song lengths. As of so far, this is the most progressive sounding effort I've heard from this band in our journey through Def. Especially through the first song, which is entitled Scavenger of Human Sorrow. That was an introduction to a couple of stop and starty, spazzy, ever moving, fruity time signatures and odd phrasings, rhythmically speaking and so forth. Not to a crazy extent, but it was very, very, very progressive in nature. The production on this album is good. I think I was listening to the reissue, so I'm sure it was remastered. There was an organic sound to it. It wasn't incredibly high tech, which is a blessing and a curse, really. It depends what you like from your music. The guitar tones were pretty good. It was generally a dry sounding record, and not really any external musical input outside of your traditional band setup. You had a drummer, 2 guitars, vocal line, bass guitar, good to go, you know. A couple of different guitars as far as like a couple of clean guitars here and there when needed. That's about as far as they went when it came to external influences. It's a very cohesive and consistent record. The level is high, you know, technically, melodically, instrumentally. There's a high standard of craft when it comes to this. The vocals are cool. You're either going to love them or hate them, because if you do hate them, you've got to listen to a lot of them from start to finish. They don't really vary too much aside from the cover, which, you know, although I hate covers, I don't mind covers, but I hate covers in particular circumstances, such as Def, the almighty Def, feeling that they had to throw somebody else's material on their album. I don't like that. I don't like that personally. But they did a great service to it. It was a good cover, and Chuck's vocals on there were fantastic, to the extent where I questioned why didn't he do more of that in the original material. But hey, that's your own creative merit and journey. You don't have to do anything you don't have to, right? But I felt he was missing out because the vocals were really good, really good. like cleaned them up a little bit more audible as far as, you know, a bit more decipherable as far as the lyrical content. Guitar work was good, but it was a little bit spazzy at times, you know. I'd like a little more consistency. When they got into like the more melodeath side of things with the riffing, I really liked that. The more metalcore, you know, melodeath stuff, which it wouldn't have been considered as that at the time, but in hindsight, as far as like the ideas and what they may have gone on to influence, that style of riffing I really liked. A little bit of thrash here and there, pretty good. The heavy wasn't really so heavy because rhythmically speaking they had different ways about it. This band sort of, I always say when it comes to death metal and even thrash metal, maybe thrash metal more, there's bands that are influenced by heavy metal for the most part on that side of the spectrum, and there's bands that are influenced by punk rock on that side of the spectrum. I really love the bands that are influenced by punk more so than your traditional heavy metal styles. So you got your like Swedish bands and all of that death metal from that side of the world, which are very like punk rock infused. I really enjoy that sound. I think it's a fantastic sound. But then you got bands that are influenced by your heavy metal acts, and you tell me what side of the world that comes from, you know. I'm not too fussed on that because I think it's a little bit old school in the worst kind of way. And this is a band that's more influenced by that. Like I said, there's progressive elements throughout this entire record. I don't want my death metal to be infused with prog rock. Maybe when I was younger, but now I want energy. I don't want to sit and enjoy the craft, you know? That doesn't interest me too much. I'm not impressed by that. I want energy. I want to feel a frequency that just electrifies me. So, you know, I'm going to give this record a good rating. I'll give it a good rating because it is a good record. It's a talented record. There's a great craft. Obviously, a lot of time invested into this. I want to give it an 8, but I can't because it's not my taste. So I'll give it a 7.5, respectfully. I thought it was good. Yeah, I thought it was good. A little bit of an esoteric value as far as the symbolism on the cover and the lyrical content is concerned, which I enjoy. I am interested in that sort of stuff. I think it's fantastic when played well, and it seems quite organic and honest in regards to this. From here, we're going to have a look at the Wikipedia page, see if there's anything cool to find, and I'll see you on that video. Peace. Yes, now bless now. Don't forget to rest now, people. There's Rocksteady at King of the Pit TV signing in for a little chin wag. Sound of Perseverance, that's what we just listened to. The 7th and final studio album by the American death metal band Death. So I might have missed an album or two on the way to this, but with that being said, we will return to see them. This album was recommended on the Patreon by my good friend Lance. Thank you very much for that. Let's have a little bit of reading, see if there's anything interesting to talk about. We got a little bit of stuff to talk about. Let's go. So The Sound of Perseverance is the 7th and final studio album by American death metal band Death, released on August 31st, 1998 by Nuclear Blast. The album features a whole new lineup of members except Chuck Schuldiner. How fantastic, a whole new lineup. Could you call it Death at that point? The idea of band members coming in and out is ever so sketchy to me. I hate the idea of it. I like it when bands just disband, to be honest with you, when two people leave. The album features a whole new lineup of members except Chuck. It is the only album to feature guitarist Shannon Hamm, drummer Richard Christie, and bassist Scott Clendrick. Bro, it's a whole new lineup. What? It is also Death's final studio album. And there's different cover art here. Look at that. Ooh, I do like the original cover art, you know. I think the original cover art is quite cool, man. It was also Death's final studio album, as Chuck would die due to brain cancer-related issues in 2001. That's horrible. And Death would subsequently disband. Rest in peace, man. That's horrible, isn't it? Studio Morris Sounds recording, prog death metal. It's entitled Melodic Death Metal. Yeah, melodic death, most definite. Producer Jim Morris and Chuck. I don't want to do him a disservice by mispronouncing his name, you know. Overview. In an interview done in March 1999, Chuck stated that the acoustic guitar-driven Voice of the Soul was actually written during the Symbolic sessions. Death has produced only 2 instrumentals, the other being Cosmic Sea from Human. The Moment of Clarity was expected to be the title track on the first Control Denied album. Who's Control Denied? A progressive metal band formed by right? Did they put it all out? The other tracks from the album would have included What If and Cut Down to Size, which were all words. That like if The Moment of Clarity was going to be the title track on the first Control Denied album, surely it just sound exactly the sound as Death. Like it sound exactly the same as Death, you know. Other tracks from the album would have included What If and Cut Down to Size, which were all worked on in '97. But the first song was retooled as a Death song and released on The Sound of Perseverance. Shrillness stated in an interview with Metal Maniacs the following year that none of his compositions for Control Denied had been used to fill space for a Death album. The former singer of Control Denied, Tim Amart, confirmed in December 2010 that a few of the Control Denied songs had been, in his words, deathized and recorded on TSOP. The Judas Priest song Painkiller was intended as a bonus track for Japan, but Nuclear Blast recommended that it be included in all releases. Fair shout, yeah, fair shout. It's good recording, good performance, good for marketing, eh? Deluxe editions. Nuclear Blast released a Deluxe edition in 2005. Contains the original album as well as DVD, live in Cottbus 98, and press pictures. It was also released as a dual disc. Relapse released a second Deluxe edition on February 15, 2011. The album was remastered and reissued and blah-de-blah-de-blah-de-blah. Reception. The Sound of Perseverance has received critical acclaim and is considered by fans and critics alike as one of Death's greatest albums. Jason Hundry of AllMusic described it as a truly glorious metal release, certainly Death's finest hour, and easily one of the top metal albums of all time. Chronicles of Chaos reviewer Paul Schwartz says the album excels in all the right places. Great thrashings, technical solos, memorable choruses, and clear vocals are the order of the day. Bart.com gave it 5 out of 5. AllMusic gave it 4.5 out of 5. Chronicles of Chaos 9 out of 10. Collector's Guide to Heavy Metal 9 out of 10. Kerrang 3 out of 5. Metal Forces 10 out of 10. Yeah, 9 tunes, including a cover, the 2011 remaster. Bloody hell, there's 2 bonus discs. I'm not going to read all the tracks there, but we've got demos and all this, that, and all that good stuff. Additional personnel, we've got Steve DiGiorgio, Chris Williams. These are on the demos. Yeah, we didn't listen to the demos, but production. How interesting, we've got legal and intellectual property management credits there. How mad is that? Jay Spears did the art direction, graphic design. Travis Smith did the artwork. Travis Smith's, you kind of sick, mate. Let's have a little deke of Travis Smith. American graphic artist known for designing heavy metal album. He did Avenged Sevenfold as well. Let's see what bands he done. Death, Tevin Dowson, Catatonia, Nevermore, Opeth, Anathema, Sequel. I bet Opeth. He's done. Is it Deliverance? Did they do a record called Deliverance? Might have done Blackwater Park as well. That's definitely the style. Let's see if it references what Opeth album covers he's done. Still Life, yeah. That's got the red cover, hasn't it? Yeah. Still Life. There's the other one. Is it? It's like a brown sepia coloured one. I'm trying to grasp which one it is. We're going to do some Opeth. We'll listen to some Opeth on this channel because Opeth, what a band. Opeth, Blackwater Park, yeah. Deliverance, yeah. Grim album cover, that. That's a great record. Great record. Done Bloodbath as well. Resurrection Through Carnage. We might do some Bloodbath on this channel as well, you know. Overkill. Damnation. Deliverer. He's basically done all of the Opeth records, right? By the looks of things. Bro, this guy must be getting paid by these bands and labels, man. Ghost Reveries. Ghost Reveries is such a good record, man. There's a track on there called Hours of Wealth. Wow. That's one of my favourite tunes of all time, man. Right, and with that being said, we're going to sign out. So I'll see you on the flip side, people. And with that being said, one love. Peace.